What's up, my friends? This is a bit of a bonus video for you to say thank you for 50,000 subscribers. What a journey it has been. Now, I am back in the motherland, and I thought I wanted to show you what my upbringing was like, what my life has been like, which has led me to this point where I am now. I've got my family here I want to introduce you to. That's Uncle Bobby B. That's little Kevin. I got all the family here. Uncle Bobby B, how are you, mate? He's a big boy, this one. There's a little Joey over there. That's probably the mum, most likely, the mum's pouch. How hectic is this, huh? What's going on, mate? How are ya? I haven't seen you for a minute, Bobby B. So these are kangaroos. Very, very weird animal. They look like a big rat. You guys might not have ever seen them before up close. That's a little Joey. But for us, you know, this is normal. This is normal to see them. You know, so how strange are they? Look at him. Come back here, little boy. Look at him. You gotta be careful. Something like they have massive claws on them. They're huge, like these big prongs, and they got some big little front teeth. But these guys here are super chill. So this is the Mornington Peninsula. This is where I spent most of my life growing up. Look at their claws, and they do kick ya. Like they come right over. Look at this little cute Joey, little baby one. They do kick you, and they try and grab onto you with their claws. They grab on and scratch you. But they're all just chilling, eh? All right, catch you later, family. See you, Uncle Bobby B. So this is where I grew up. This is where the area that I spent most of my life. I was born up in the city, which this video, I'm just going to take you everywhere. I'm going to show you everywhere that I grew up, all the things I used to do, where I spent most of my time. There's a few more boys over here. We'll go have a look. There's a little dam down here. So we'll make our way up to the city. Oakley is where I was born. That's sort of, you know, influenced a lot of my life, obviously. I was there until about 3, and then we came down here to the Mornington Peninsula. But I spent most of my time in areas like this. This is obviously like full, you know, forest though, national park. But mountain bike tracks. My whole childhood was just riding mountain bikes. You lying down there, mate, having a bit of a rest, eh? That's Kevin. They're so chill here. They got a weird head, huh? They look like a rat, like a big rat. They're so weird. See if I can get a thumbnail with old Kevin. You alright, mate? It's me, Kev, you don't remember? It's me, Keva. That's funny. It'd be cool if you guys haven't seen them, you know, because you can, like, you see them this close. They're not afraid of you. But this is all national park. This is on the top of Arthur's Seat. My house, my parents' house is not too far away. Only like an 8-minute drive. But most of my childhood was spent on the mountain bike riding through these tracks. There's some like real top quality, really good mountain bike tracks in here. Proper downhill tracks, like big jumps. All of these like rock gardens and very technical stuff. So most of my time, apart from school, the thing that I was most interested in and that influenced my life the most was mountain bike riding. You see we've got little signs here, mountain bike trails, all the way down here. I wonder if we can see a koala. I can spot a koala for you. There is heaps of them, but they're very shy. And the weather is so overcast. It's summer. This is Melbourne for you. One day's 35, the next day's 14 degrees. Oh, it's gonna be fun. This is such a random thing to be filming right now. Back here, it's so weird. They're the weirdest animals, bro. These huge back legs and their feet, you know, their feet, he's so small, little Joey. Their feet are huge. Can you see them? Those big launch pads. And they've just got these, their foot goes whoomp up and then just this huge like launch pad there. Look at them go. They're so weird, eh? You alright, buddy? They're pretty cute. Hey? That's so cool. I haven't seen these guys in ages. So I've been gone for, I haven't been back to Australia for like almost 9 months, 9.5 months now. But we'll explain more about that as this video goes on. He's a pretty decent sized roo. He's a grey, he'd be the male. But these guys get pretty protective, so they stand up to you, you know, like at your head height, pretty high. Like he's tall. If he goes on his back legs, he's bigger than me, 6'4" or something. Come here. They're so quick. They're so quick. It's hard to like, I'll try and show you. I'll go full pace sprint. See if we can catch one of them. Or touch one of their tails. This little boy. Oh yeah! Oh. I just touched his tail, the little Joey. Come here. Look at him, he's standing up now. He's like, yeah? You coming for my family, mate? Watch him go, ready? He's gone, bruv. He's gone. He wasn't even trying. You should see him when they jump, like they jump fences 3 meters high, 4 meters high, just boom, straight over. It's crazy as. Because I live near these areas, I see him all the time. Hey, there could be a wallaby. I think we got a wallaby over here. So that's a kangaroo. The wallabies are a bit darker and a little bit smaller. They're a little bit more shy too. Right there, we got a wallaby. Let's go, let's see how close we can get. These guys are real shy, but I'm pretty sure there's a difference. I won't tell you until we get up close. Ah, see, he's gone. But very dark skin. Just gonna interview you. How do you like Australia? Hey? You don't mind giving me a bloody response here, mate? There's so many of them through here. They're everywhere. Quick backie on the mulch pile. What do you reckon? You wouldn't have seen that because the camera flipped. Quick backflip sesh. Alright boys, see you fam, see you later on. What time for dinner? There's a lorikeet, beautiful lorikeet, parrot. They're different colours, the male and females, but that beautiful red and blue. Sickest animals, bro. Australia's got some of the coolest animals. I do have a Mercedes. So you're right, I am just a rich, spoiled kid. This is my car, which I still have. I'll show you right now. AMG C63. Insane car, man. Have a look at this, you'll love it. Boom! A Batmobile. So this is my beast, mate. I think this was 5,000 USD 9.5, 10,000 AUD. This is the beast, mate. I love it. I absolutely love it. No matter how much money I make, when I become very wealthy, I want to still keep this car. This is the best. Do you know how much fun vans are? Vans are awesome. So for carpentry, to give you an explanation if you don't know, I finished high school and basically went straight into an apprenticeship, 4-year apprenticeship carpentry. I had a few different cars. My first car was like 2,000 USD. My dad and I sort of got it as like a project car, and it needed a lot of work. We like stripped it all out, fixed heaps of stuff. It was an 80 series Land Cruiser. It was like, I think it was 3 grand AUD, I think, from memory. So that's like 1,500 USD. That was my first car. And that car was perfect for all the mountain biking stuff. So we got that very early on. That was like the mountain biking car. We'd go away every weekend to races and stuff in that car. And then I used that for all my P's. And then got a cheap ute after that. And then eventually got this. The van's the best. It's such a beast. You know, they look funny and they're like, it's very cheap and shitty, but it's so much fun. You can do so much fun things with it. You've got the back where you can take stuff away for the weekends. Like eventually, maybe if we hit 100,000 subs, I'll take you guys on a road trip if you want. It can be your decision on what you want me to do for 1,000 subscribers. But what I was hoping was to bring you back to Australia, do a road trip in Australia, buy a motorbike, a road bike, because you guys know I love motorbikes. Take the motorbike in the back. I'll open it up for you to show you. The best part about this car is probably just the key. And the Batmobile number plate. Boom! Look at this. It's all carpeted. You put the motorbike in the back, the road bike. You have a mattress. And then at night, you just take the motorbike out, put the mattress down, then you can sleep in the back here. It's massive in here. It's the ultimate road trip mobile. I've got the roof racks, which I use for work, for carpentry, which is carpentry's building in Australia. You build houses every stage through. So you go to an empty block of land like this, you clear it, you set out all the foundations, you either help set up a concrete slab or you do stumps. And then you just build the house from the ground up. There's heaps around here that I've built, so I'll be able to show you on the way back down. But these vans are awesome. And now, what's even better is I don't have to use this for work. I'm here back in Australia, but I don't have to go to work. That's such a blessing, bro. It's weird to think about. I haven't reflected too much on it, but it's a blessing. But yeah, I'd love to do a road trip in this. At night, take the motorbike out, put the mattress down, sleep in here. Surfboards on the roof, boogie boards, fishing poles. If you're wondering what these are for, I would just carry my levels. So all my levels, like 2 meter level, straight edge, 3 meter straight edge, all of that stuff would just go in here. So I bought the roof rack as well, set the roof rack up myself. Heaps of stuff, all the modifications and servicing on cars, I basically did with my dad growing up. Just because it was a waste of money for me to go to a mechanic and get stuff done. And we loved pottering around and playing with the cars and stuff. So we do it all ourselves. But I love this beast. It's not the the best condition. Like all this is stuff. This is pretty cooked. This is like a bloody pin board. All the dents and scratches in it. There's a cracked headlight. But man, do not underestimate how much fun these are. And no one looks at you because everyone just thinks you're a tradie. So you can get away with like parking somewhere and then just sleeping in the back. No one thinks that it's a camper. So we'll have some fun with this, I reckon. If you guys want to see like an Australian road trip. It's a manual, which makes it even more fun, to be honest. I built this like custom box with the side pockets. And then my JBL speaker goes here. I've got a converter that I wired in so I can constantly charge it up. Hay fever. I get terrible hay fever in Australia. Hence for the tissues and the runny nose. All right, I'm gonna take you back in time, like 3 days. We were at that's 4, at our family friend's place up in the country. It's like Victorian country sort of lands. And he's still got mountain bikes, so we went riding and he cut my hair, which is that mullet Australian haircut. So I'll show you some videos from there. You can see us riding as well, what I used to do. So let's go back 4 days back in time. This is like a mid haircut. This is the professional barber. We're gonna see how we go. This is like an Australian haircut. This is mid haircut. So we have no idea what it's gonna look like. You've already seen it, but I don't know. And if the haircuts are bad in Australia, you get to murder your barber. It's a normal rule. You took a chunk out of my ear. Alright, keep going. You good, you got it. No stress. Did you full nick me? Little blade. Oh! This is post butchering. Low-key nice. Look at the back. It's real buffy. The back's like getting heaps longer, so it's like super buffy. This is a pretty normal Australian haircut. And you can see this is what he's got as well. This is my brother Ali. Everyone in Oz like rocks this. It's like super normal for Australia. Alright, so I'm filming this before filming the other parts. But we're at this is our like really good family friends. So that Alice there, the guy who was cutting my hair, he's like my little brother. He's 19. But we've grown up with them. They're like, you know, some of our best family friends. And this is about 2.5 hours, 2-hour drive from where we live, all the way up into Macedon. This is like a classic Victorian house, you know, like a beautiful porch and veranda that wraps around the beautiful house. Like an outdoor fire pit area up in the hills. These are the sounds of Australia, you know? You got magpies, you got cockatoos. It's like a classic Victorian. So we spent heaps of time here growing up. We'd always come up and see them. They'd come down and stay with us. So, because I'm an only child, it's like, you know, they're like family to me. Yeah, very beautiful. There's a cockatoo flying past somewhere. There's a cockatoo. And there's the Australian gum trees down there. There's koalas and stuff here, like everywhere. Same as back home for me, you know. Always koalas everywhere. Kangaroos everywhere. Yeah, it's good. Ew. So this is what I grew up doing. This was like, you know, my sport and my life was just riding, which I did competitively. That's where I get my competitive edge and stuff from. I've never ridden that much up here. This is Ali's, you know, hometown. So this is all his like tracks and his areas, but yeah, how sick. This is like, you know, and this is also just an incredible view. There, over there, not sure if you can see it. That's Melbourne right there. That's the city. So this view's sick, and there's no one here. First time in years. It's so weird riding one of these again. Compared to a motor, this is the first time in years. I'm so used to motors, like even the Himalayan in India. You know, this feels so short. It's so like compact, and I keep going to feel for the clutch to like change gear. That's sick, bro. Ew. This is one of the sick tracks comes down here. This is what Ali's built. And then you go into this ramp and you send it from here, probably 30 feet or more down to there. Yes, bro. What a madman. Oh, he hasn't hit this one yet. He built this. Bro, no way. You. How was that? It looked clean. It looked clean, bro. Yeah. How'd it feel? Dude, I felt like I was in the air for like 100 years. Nice, bro. Oh my goodness. Bro, about time. Let me show you. Let me take you down and show you. I'm filming on the phone, so apologies. Dude, nice work. What the hell? You guys got to press the like on this video then. Ali just sent that for the vlog. Nice job, bro. Let's go. Woo. Like, I don't know if it does it justice. Go and stand next to it. Show them how big the takeoff is. You landed down here somewhere. You landed like here. I'll go 0.5 for a second. That's how far away Alistair is, and this is where he landed. Yeah, where'd you go? Oh, are you good? Yeah. You good, bro?
I could not slow down.
Yeah.
Amazing how kook I feel, bro.
I feel so kook on, like rusty on the bike. I think that's my first time in 4 years, which is crazy considering that every day I used to ride, you know. But I love motorbikes. Motorbikes are good fun now. It's very beautiful, you know. I was definitely very blessed with my upbringing in childhood. Definitely won the birth lottery, that's for sure. It's just so nice to be able to grow up in an area like this and have all of this as like my playground, you know. Just would ride all after school weekends. I'd always just be on the mountain bike, just riding through all these mountain bike tracks. I'll show you the view. Wait until you see the view. It's amazing. I love this car. It's so funny. Woo! So, as we come around the corner here, this is Arthur's Seat. Mornington Peninsula is like a strip of land like this, and then that side, which faces Melbourne, I should probably just show you a map, it'll be a bit easier. One side of this land here, one side's the ocean, like proper ocean, and then one side, which is this way, is the bay. Here's the chairlift, some cockatoos. Sulphur crested cockatoos. Super loud, but like very fun and playful birds. Wow, usually I'll be going to work right now, man. This is crazy. You know what's crazy? Which is thank you to you guys. This random month that I came home to film this 50,000 thank you video, this month exactly, which is January right now, late January, I have just passed what I used to make. I'm getting paid this month from YouTube like 5,600 AUD, which is more than I made a month in construction, in carpentry. Even though I was running jobs by myself and stuff, it's a terrible work field for pay, but it's good for what you learn, you know? Alright, here we go. Oh, the chairlift's actually running. So when I grew up, this chairlift didn't actually work. Let's go have a look. The view's not great from here. The view gets better, so just wait for the better view. So all this is new. This was never here when I grew up. But you can see what I mean. Arthur Seat State Park. There's the traditional custodians of the land, the Aboriginals. Every country basically had that, you know, like they had the first people were obviously like indigenous to the land. Have a look at this. So that's the bay. And most days you can see the city, Melbourne. You look straight across the bay and you can see Melbourne. And my parents' house is just down here, up on the hill somewhere. But funnily enough, this used to be called Drug Mana. Back in the day when my parents built their house, it was called Drug Mana because it had a very bad name. But now it's obviously a prime spot, so they did well. So well done to my parents. This would have been an OG restaurant. It was never really running. The people never looked after it or never took care of it that well. But there's some awesome history here. This stuff was, okay, I'll just show you some old photos. I'll input some old photos. You can see what it was like back in the day, you know? It was almost like a amusement park sort of thing. Totally different. But they've just let this get run down because they're sitting on a gold mine in terms of real estate. So they never cared to get it running that well. But this mountain here, as we go down, it's not that high. It's only a few hundred meters high. But this is the hot spot for like motorbikes and cars because there's a beautiful road that winds down this hill. So on weekends, there's always all motorbikes here. This would be like where, you know, this was basically my local track. Once I could afford and saved up enough for motorbikes, yeah, this was my local track, which was pretty epic. Yeah, how cool, huh? There's the freeway, that little snaking road. That's the freeway down there that goes all the way. You go all the way that way and you eventually go around to Melbourne. Melbourne's straight over there. It's a very beautiful area. See that black house? Bit tricky from here. It's so overcast today. That black house just there. I built that house. And there's another one opposite it that I built as well with the boss that I used to work for. It was a very small crew. There was only 4 of us, 3 or 4 of us. So it was very hands-on. It wasn't like a big commercial site where you only do one thing. You know, we'd be there for all of it, from the very start all the way to the end, helping all the different trades with everything. So it was a good experience and I got a lot of good skills. I know how to do everything from the very start to the very finish. But don't need to do that shit anymore. So good. There's a tractor. It'd be funny if we can get some Australian road rage on camera. It's so different here. People get, you know, straight from India, which is where I've been. You cannot beep at people, bro. You beep at someone, they'll be like, what mate? Like, they get angry at you. That's the easiest way to get hit. Beep at someone on the road in Australia. They'll pull over and get out of the car and come over to your window. So yeah, this chairlift thing, they've got a little restaurant / cafe here now. That's all new. But yeah, this was, like I said, this was never running when I grew up. Underneath that chairlift, it's super steep and there's some like crazy, just hectic tracks, like very, very steep, proper technical stuff. We used to ride down there, used to spend time going down underneath there on the mountain bike. There's tracks over this side. I was just in there before with the kangaroos. So now I'll show you this beautiful mountain road. So this is the most popular thing, one of the most popular spots on Mornington Peninsula. And you can see why. There's a few great views that we'll stop at. So that's all ocean, right? It's hard to see today, but that's all ocean. Phew! Used to come up here on the motorbike. So much fun. But they have police helicopters and stuff now up in the sky like every weekend. This is a hot spot for cars. So you can't get away with nothing anymore. Here we go. Check this out. I'll stop here and show you. Oh, we got some sun. The sun's coming out just. I'll show you this. It's such an epic view. So back down that way, that's Dramana. So the family house is down there. Hello, how are you? That's good. I nearly said namaste then. And then all the way this way, all the way down there, that's the very point, which we'll go down to. We'll take you guys down there. That's like Portsea, and there's a World War I and World War II fort, which is probably one of the coolest war monuments in Oz, I reckon. Have a look. So that's the Mornington Peninsula. Out there, I don't know if you can see that little water area. That's the back beach. So that's the actual ocean side. And in here's the bay. Straight over there, that's where Melbourne is, straight across the bay. So this is just like a really calm, nice area to swim and stuff. Out there's all the surf, which goes all the way behind these mountains and stuff. Hectic as. And all these mountain bike tracks, they go through here, through these hills, on both sides, here and over there. Yeah, I used to, when I could save up and afford a motorbike finally, which I had a KTM RC 390. This was like the local track, you know. I'd come up here. My family will hate to hear this, but I'd come up here and just race around up these roads. So sick. They got a drone. So everyone in Australia, they use these vans as camper vans. So, you know, they go and do a loop of Oz, which loopin.oz, Instagram name. Everyone does road trips in the vans. How good, eh? There's a lighthouse down there. I know it's super far away, but there's that tall white building. That's the McRae Lighthouse. Ew, what a sick view. This is for the GoPro, by the way. I'll take it off because it's annoying as. I can drive one-handed manual, that's fine. So just down here, there's no one there right now. Just down there, it's like so steep, super steep under that chairlift, under the towers. And one of my best mates growing up, which we're gonna go surprise him today. He doesn't know I'm home at all. I'm just gonna rock up and surprise him. Josh, we'd sneak out on the little motorbikes. We bought these little like motorbikes, like pit bikes. And we'd go out for rides at night, especially during COVID. It was so much fun. We'd go out for rides at night, allegedly. And there's another little lookout spot. And we'd come all the way from that end of the peninsula, which is all the way down that other end. And we'd come all the way through the bush, along the beach, and then we'd go up underneath the chairlift at night. It was so much fun. It was some of the funnest times on the motorbike, just because they're very quiet. The small motorbikes are very quiet, but yeah, I only started buying motorbikes when I started my apprenticeship. The apprenticeship wage is terrible. It's like you start off with like 300 USD a week. For here it's terrible because everything's so expensive. And you get up to a little bit better pay towards the end. It's still not good. It's only like 30, even though you're being left alone on jobs and you run jobs yourself. You get like $35 an hour, AUD, so 25 USD an hour. It's a very shocking wage. But yeah, so straight from high school, I went to high school around here. Straight from high school, I was hoping, like I said before, was to do something with riding. But I had there was a few things lined up. There was a team that I was supposed to join for mountain bike riding, like where we'd go over and race, like try and get into like World Cup enduro events and stuff. And that ended up just not going ahead. And then I remember I was just like, I need to make money, like, because I've always bought everything myself. I've always worked for what I own now. I've always worked to make that money to buy it myself. My parents have always, you know, like pushed me to do that, which is great, you know. Make your own money and buy your own stuff yourself. They're not going to buy things for me. That was my upbringing. So I ended up just going straight from high school, finished high school, went down the Great Ocean Road for a little break, which is like schoolies. On the way down there, I did a 3-day mountain bike coaching course. So I'm a qualified coach to teach people how to ride. But the money was just shocking. I wanted to make money because I needed to buy stuff. A lot of my friends that I grew up with were quite wealthy. They always, not extremely wealthy. Well, I mean, some of them are pretty well off. They've done very well for themselves. So I was always like trying to have the same toys as them, except I'd save up and buy it myself. So I knew I just had to make money, you know. From 15 years old, 15 and 9 months, at that age, you go down and apply at the local, it's called Richie's, which is a supermarket. So from that age on, I was working. I'd get off the school bus out the front and go and work any nights I could after school. And then weekends I'd work down there at the supermarket. Summer holidays I'd work. And before that age, or in between that, any spare time I had, I'd help my dad. He was an electrician, a tradie as well. He had his own business. So I'd help him where I could. But yeah, so I wanted to make money. So I started a trade. And I've always loved building stuff, you know, like working with wood and like, that sounds funny, but just building things, you know. I've loved to build stuff. So I thought I really wanted to learn how to build houses, because eventually I still want to do stuff with real estate, which might be another channel in the future where I buy properties and renovate them and show you how to renovate your own houses and stuff. I'd love to do that. But during high school, I never thought that I would do that, because I didn't actually like trade. I didn't like the construction industry. It's what everyone does here. You grow up here, you're on the peninsula, it's a beautiful spot, but everyone's just, you know, in this bubble. It's like you go to uni, you study some crap stuff, or you go into construction. It's a very normal path. Everyone does basically the same thing. The construction industry down here is huge. I knew that I never wanted to do that, ever. But I wanted to make money, so yeah, that's what I went into for a while, you know, for 7 years, just over 7 years. So beautiful, eh? And one thing, which I haven't thought about this stuff much, I'm sort of just reflecting on it now as I'm talking to you guys, but we had a neighbor called Francois. He was French. He lived just a few streets down, and he'd always go away, and then I would, for some pocket money, I would go and like maintain his house, like sweep his yards and stuff like that, which it was like the easiest work ever. And he'd pay me a ridiculous amount. He'd give me like 200 bucks, 200 Australian, and I'd sweep his house for like 5 minutes a week. And I was always interested in what he did for work. And he was a trader, like stock market trading, and invested in shares and stuff like that. And this was around 15, 16 that I learnt about this. So that sparked my curiosity for it, and I always knew I wanted to do something with investing. So I just started learning as much as I could, like any books I could read, or any just YouTube videos, like documentaries, podcasts, anything about investing, share trading, all of that stuff I would look into myself. So then I would work. It motivated me to work and make money so that I could then invest it myself. So, and I bought cryptocurrency very early, so that was quite lucky for myself. But that's only done well in the last few months, which is insane. I've owned investments for like 6-7 years. That's been most of my money. So I've had no money in the bank. I've just invested most of it, and that, touch wood, that has done well in the last in the last few months. And I got down to like 8,000 Australian in the bank, like when I was overseas. And then I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to sell any of it because it hadn't done well. It would have been a waste of, you know, 6 years, 7 years of having my money in it. But that has started to do well now. Man, so weird. So many things have just lined up well. I've had a lot of luck, but also I've been disciplined enough to, you know, be patient, you know. It's a bit of bloody rubbish here. What's going on, dogs? The sun's coming out. Woo! I will probably end up seeing a bunch of people that I know, which would be very funny. No one knows I'm home either. No friends know I'm home, so I'm just gonna surprise them. All right, I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna take you down to the fort. Let's go down there, because there's at least some cool historical stuff. It's one of the coolest war monuments in Australia, that's what I reckon, because it's right here on the point. Let's go down there. That's why I've got the bike. I sold all of my stuff, apart from the van and my tools. I sold everything to go overseas to do this YouTube stuff. So even my mountain bikes, which, like, you know, they were everything for me. They were everything to me, and I sold all that stuff. Motorbikes, any motorbikes I had, the small dirt bike that I used to ride with Josh, sold all of that stuff. I'll explain more about it as we go. It'll be a long video, but it's a bonus video, so skip it if you want to. Whatever floats your boat. I'm just sending the drone up. And say hello to the vlog. That's my dad.
Hey.
So he's out road riding. Where'd you go?
Just up here and around the back.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Have a look. It actually looks quite cool. The view's not too bad, and because it's a little bit overcast, it's not overexposed.
Yeah, exactly.
I was chasing Dad with the drone. You would have just seen it just then. Down the mountain, I was trying to chase him and keep up with him, but the drone disconnected. I nearly lost it. So yeah, that's where I get my fitness and like competitive, you know, traits from. Both my parents are very fit. They're older. They're like mid 60s. So they're a lot older than most of my other, you know, friends' parents and stuff, but you know, they're fitter than almost everyone. So that's where I get my fitness and all that sort of stuff from. That was all, my upbringing was just all focused around fitness, which is amazing. Like, I think that's the best upbringing you can have. There's Jemana Cemetery, the nice cemetery in there. My grandma's in there. Yeah, this is the area. It's a beautiful area, very beautiful. It looks quite nice on the drone. And yeah, my dad obviously still rides a lot. He used to be a lot more into mountain bikes. Now he road rides a lot. So growing up, I would always ride with him. Even when I was a little baby, like I'd be on the back, the little baby seat on the back, and I'd always fall asleep when he was riding, and my head would drop and hit his back. So I've grown up on bikes, you know, and that's where I get competitive, because even when I was younger and we'd go ride together, I'd always try and beat him up the hills on the way home and stuff like that. So always been competing, you know. That's why I'm still so competitive, but it's a different sort of competitive with mountain bike riding, because it's only you. I would always ride by myself, and because I don't have any siblings, I've got family friends who I grew up with that were like brothers to me, and they were a big family. There was 3 boys in that family, the Tancredis. Shout out to you guys. I know they're not watching, but still. They were down here. So this is the school I went to. This is just at the bottom of this hill, the bottom of Arthur's Seat. Came straight down. There's a primary school I went to, and the Tancredis' house is just around there. So, you know, some nights after school I'd spend time with them, or they'd come up to our house, which is further up the hill near all of that forest. So we had sort of the best of both worlds. Their place is really close to the beach. They've got a little boat shed, like a little, you guys probably don't know what they are. I'll show you. We'll stop at the beach and I'll show you. These little huts you can have on the beach, and you can store like boogie boards and stuff there. You're not allowed to sleep there, but yeah. So I spent a lot of time with them. It was just like I had 3 brothers, you know. And then my cousin, my family, they lived like a 20-second, literally 20 seconds on the bike. I'd go down the hill from our house and I'd be at my cousin's house, cousin Bryce and cousin Maddie. So I grew up wearing all like his, you know, his hand-me-downs and his clothes. Oh, change gear. I'd always get his clothes and stuff. They were like hand-me-downs for me. I used to wear all that stuff, his hats, all the surf clothes that he used to wear, because everyone surfs down here. So like the surf sort of brands, you know. There's our local 7-Eleven. Fish and chip shop. This was like a treat. Try and get like fish and chips once a week or something. I'll show you this beach. This is the main beach. This is where I spend most of my time. Wow, it's actually busy, bro. What's going on here? I'll park here then. But yeah, Tancredi's place is just up there. Literally a like 2-minute walk. I'll show you these boat sheds. You guys might not have seen them before. All right. Turn that off. Let's go have a look quickly. I'll just show you just what it's like. Now the sun's coming out, now it's nice. So me and the boys, there'd be like the 3 brothers and me, so there'd be 4 of us, plus some friends, always together. So I was never really alone that much, even though I was an only child. It doesn't feel like it at all. These little boat sheds. This is like the family friends one. This is the beach. You guys might not have seen these before, but they're pretty popular because of how nice and colourful they are, you know. So this is the beach. This is where we spend heaps of time. We'd wrestle in the sand. We'd dig dig the big holes for just like having sand fights and stuff in. Yeah, this is the local beach, eh? That's a drain there, but it never got that dirty here. That's actually from rainwater and stuff, but it never got that dirty. Have a look at the water. Looks beautiful right now. Woo. It's pretty fresh. Oh no, I'm retarded. I just got my feet wet. You're kidding, man. Beautiful. The sun comes out and gets a bit warmer later. We'll go for a swim. Yeah, this is the local beach, man. And there's always stingrays. There's these big stingrays that go up and down. There's like the local one, you know, local Stever. That's what got Steve Irwin now, like one of the legends in Australian culture. There's this big stingray that goes all the way to that pier. That's the local pier that we used to jump off and stuff when we were kids. It swims all the way up and down. It's very, very big. It looks like coral, you know. You can't tell, and all of a sudden it's moved and it's right there. Yeah, let me know if you've ever seen these sort of things before, boat sheds. People don't really, I'm not sure if they're that common worldwide. So we'd set up here, we'd set up right here, we'd set up some like sunshades for the day. This is the spot. So this is all, as you can see, this is all within like 5 minutes, you know? And we'd just fang around on the bikes everywhere. The old BMXs when we were growing up, we'd just ride everywhere. Everywhere we went, it was just by bikes. We built these little dirt jumps in the forest over here. Everywhere we went was just always dirt bikes. Skateboards we did for a while, but mainly just bikes, always. Had some jumps in here set up. Woo-hoo-hoo! How good is this? So this is the ocean road, the beach road that goes all the way to the fort, which I'm taking you guys through now. You just drive along the beautiful coast. Woo! And all in here, every holidays, people camp. So it's full of caravans. People come down and camp here from like, you know, December to January. So it's usually very busy down here on the beach. What a spot, hey? What a beautiful spot. So nice to not be in the van going to work, man. Wow. That's because of you guys. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. There's beautiful houses along here. Our culture, especially the older generation, the house is everything, you know? There's a pretty big contrast of wealth down here. Like the place that we're going, they're mostly holiday houses and they're a few $1 million. So that's their weekend house. There's a police camera there. I'll probably get a fine for being on my, but I don't really care. But yeah, you get in trouble for like holding the camera and stuff here. But yeah, there's a very decent wealth gap. People on the peninsula are either average middle families, just like, you know, average middle class, sorry, or they're very wealthy. That's the contrast. So growing up, you know, you see the contrast, and it's easy to see a lot of wealth. It's probably a lot of the reason why I'm very motivated to make a lot of money. So now that I'm reflecting on it, you know, that even just that, hearing about Francois, that guy's house I used to look after, and he'd pay me a silly amount of money. Even just hearing that he invested money and could make some really good money from shares, I think that changed a lot for my trajectory of life. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something with investing and something with shares, but you know, you need money for that sort of stuff. So that's why I went into carpentry, construction, to start making money. I built a few of these houses down here right on the beach. Where is it? Yeah, that one out the back there. Not the front one, the one on the back. But yeah, that, just having that, you know, you could say it's not really a mentor, but just seeing that it's possible to make money that way, even though everyone else in my life has always made money from like a standard field, you know. Our parents have done well for themselves, but a very traditional way, you know. Dad's done well, he's had his own business, and he still works on and off now, even though he's late 60s. But I think just seeing that, and then starting to research about shares and learning about investing myself, that just made me realize that there's so much more you can do outside of this bubble down here. So, and I had access to the internet. I was lucky enough to be brought up when phones and stuff started to come out. And then, yeah, I would always be just learning stuff, especially, I think, because not having any siblings, at night, if I'd go home, that was the only time when I was actually alone and noticed it. That would just give me time to research stuff I wanted to research, watch YouTube, listen to podcasts. So then I ended up having like a lot of mentors that are online that I've never met, but for me they were like role models and mentors for me. So pretty lucky, but also disciplined enough to want to learn, you know, and be motivated to learn, to make something for myself. This area is Rosebud. There's a skate park here. Went through a skating phase, and I could never skateboard though. I'm great on a bike, but I could never skateboard, I couldn't get it. I just could never get the hang of it. You can't see it, but the skate park's in there. Now the family that I grew up with, those three boys, they were Italian. And the area that I was born in, which I'll take you to later, back in the city, that's like the biggest Greek area in Australia, Oakley. So that's why I resonate a lot with European culture, European food. Like my favorite food, pizza, pasta, like I love that stuff. That's what I've been brought up on, you know. Now me, I'm like 5th generation Australian from here, but I've got blood. My blood is from Eastern Europe. I got Eastern European blood, Norwegian, British, a bit of everywhere, you know. Because Australia was basically a prison colony. They would send the prisoners here. That's what Australia basically was, you know. Pretty funny. This is the next suburb, Blairgowrie. There's more beach huts right on the road, eh? So close to the road. At Jemana Beach, that beach where I showed you, that was always the favorite beach, because this area here, it's really shallow. You got to walk out so far for it to get deep. It's not. Why is there a snail? There's like a cobweb on the lens. So Jemana Beach was always very deep. You walk out a few meters and you can go straight under, full depth. That's why we loved Jemana Beach. Here it's always shallow the whole way. All right, so this is the wealthier area. See the cruise ship there? There's a ferry. Oi, change gear. So this is, what's this called again? Sorrento. Yeah, this is Sorrento. I forgot this is Sorrento. So this is the holiday house area, you know? People come down here for their holiday houses on the weekend. There's the main street up here. We're gonna chuck a right here, bud. Change gear. We can make it. We can make it. Some beautiful, you know, beautiful style architecture and houses and stuff. So we go all the way to the end. Road closed, eh? Oh, that one. It's alright. Turbo boost. So there's the there's an old like heritage hotel here. I didn't spend that much time down here. Towards the end, a few years ago, when I started to buy motorbikes, you know, I'd go for a cruise on the motorbike to come down here. There's botanical gardens and stuff in here. Sometimes came here on weekends. When I was a kid, there's like playgrounds and stuff there. So yeah, these houses are next level. After I got more qualified with carpentry, I'd do weekend jobs anytime I could, cash jobs on my own. So they'd be, you know, you end up working 7 days a week. There's construction going on there. And some of these houses are mega. So I'd do decks for people. I'd build like little man caves out the back for them. How's this? Beautiful old building. It's like a church almost. But these places are worth millions, man. This is the really wealthy area. Yeah, and if you, when you started to get a client base down here, it was good because all the houses are very expensive. So the work you did was always very high-end work, which you could charge good money for it because, you know, it's got to be pretty precision, very fine detailed carpentry, which that's what I like doing. Not anymore though, baby. Woo! So now we're in Portsea. Sun's coming out. Yeah. And here's the Portsea Hotel, which is like a, you can stay there, but it's also a very nice restaurant. Like, look at some of these places, eh? Hectic as. I need to change gear. Big old pine trees. A few houses in here I worked on, that one. Wow, it's nice driving this and not going to a job. Man, what a blessing. There's a big old cannon. Woo! So first shot of World War I and World War II was from this fortress at the very end down here. There's also a quarantine station here where, like, basically the immigrants that were coming here on boats, this fort and everything was built like the late 1800s, 1880s. So immigrants coming here, they would be dropped there for quarantine because they'd carry, you know, from the ships, they'd be carrying things like, what would it have been then? Smallpox, Spanish influenza. So there were quarantine stations where they would get rid of everything. So all these facilities set up for all the immigrants coming here. So this was the place for it. Because you'll see when we get down the end, this is the point that separates the ocean from the bay. So this bay, you have to come through this point to go all the way to Melbourne. And Victoria, which is the state here, Victoria is the state, Melbourne's the capital, the city, had a very, very big gold rush. There was a lot of money here in terms of gold in Victoria. So they also wanted to defend that, you know. Alright, we can park somewhere down here. Now this was, my dad found this on the side of the road. So this is all we got. This is all I got now, because like I said to you, we sold everything. Well, I mean, I sold all my bikes. And I forgot a helmet. Usually I always have a helmet on. My bad. So I was stuck with this little pizza. We can still do some wheelies on it. We can still do wheelies. That's all that matters, bro. This thing's hectic. All right, let's go. The seat moves and stuff. The seat just dropped then, that was that noise. Change gear. It's a bit of a ride. I wasn't gonna walk all the way down here. It's a long as walk. Competition. We got a long ride all the way down to the end. Let's go. This bike's so funny. There's the ocean. The ocean. That's the back beach. Harold Holt. He was the Prime Minister of Australia. 1960 something. He was down here a lot, you know, because like the wealthy people come down to this area. He would have had a holiday house or something. He went swimming there and disappeared. Was never found. But yeah, that's the back beach. You can see all the surf waves and stuff there. So once we get down the point, down the end, you can see the real difference between the bay and the ocean. Hello. Chinese. Oh, there's a ship going through the heads right now. See if we can get down there and show you. There's remnants of the old fort. Hello. Hello. How are you? Oh, how sick. It's so beautiful here. So beautiful. Oh wait. Hello. How are you? Yeah. Thank you. There we go. There's the bay. That's the bay. That's the ocean. Hectic, huh? It's so narrow here. Yeah, there's a ship. That's perfect timing. There's a ship going through right now. Right at the very end down there. Oh, we'll go front brake only. Do I trust this bike? There's some old fortress. Oi! Front brake only. Let's go, bruh. No helmet. There it is. Going straight through the heads. So they have to come this way to get to Melbourne. That's how we get all our shipments into Melbourne. Because Melbourne is all the way over there in the distance. It's hectic. Alright, send it, no brakes. Yee-hoo! Yeah, boy. How good is this, guys? There's the bay, there's the ocean. It's so beautiful. Always forget and like underrate how beautiful it is here. Wow. Wow. This is my backyard, man. Woo! See how long that walk is? We parked ages back down there. Nice, the wheel can actually fit. Usually they don't fit. How sick, huh? How beautiful is it, man? Woo! So beautiful. You can see the old railway line here. So they'd be able to move stuff around easily within the fort area. Such a beautiful, beautiful point. And there's all of these tunnels too. Tunnels and like different little how do you call it, barracks? Let's have a look. Gun emplacements 1 to 5. So easy for them to like guard this Port Phillip Bay all the way to Melbourne. Very easy, only one entry. It's dark in here, eh? Not sure if you guys will be able to see much. Bomb-proof room, observation posts. Take you up here. Bomb-proof room in here. So hectic, bro. The bomb-proof room. I'm excited to go and surprise Josh. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a long video because I'm gonna take you all the way into Melbourne, into the city. What's down here? Disappearing gun placement. Wow. Goes even deeper. There we go, eh? Pretty cool fortress, man. Nothing compared to the biggest forts in the world, which I was just at in India. So sick. But pretty awesome. I wonder, I know I think World War I, the first shot was at a German, some sort of German ship. It wasn't a battleship, but it's almost like they just wanted to be part of it, you know? Just to get the name written in the history books. Yeah, we were the first shot, so that's always talked about. Because apart from that, there was nothing else crazy that happened. Here's some, nice, there's some cannons down here. Where's the flag? Get the flag up. So hectic. Look at the size of these cannons, bro. They're monsters. What does this say? Oh yeah, the first shots, eh? At midnight, Berlin time, on the 4th of August, 1914, Great Britain declared war on Germany. Simultaneously, the 5th of August, Australian Eastern Standard Time, a German streamer SS, can't read what that is, a German streamer was attempting to deport Port Phillip before it could be interned. Wow, okay. So there was a German ship trying to leave here, basically right when Britain declared war on Germany. So that the rest of the sign is being peeled off. So the first shot was then fired at that German ship trying to leave the port. That's hectic as. World War I. Imagine the life, the lonely life that these dudes had that were stationed here, you know? Winter is freezing and damp here. Everyone always thinks Australia is like cooking hot. Summer's cooking hot. And then winter, what's over here, bruh? And then winter is very, very cold and just damp and wet. And then summer, peak summer is just cooking hot, you know? Today is an odd day, like next week. Wow, this goes deep as. Next week, it's gonna be 35 every day. The shell lift, to lift the shells up. Ammunition. Wow, I don't think I've ever been this deep in here. I would have, but what's in here? Oh, here we go. There's the ammunition room. Look at the size of the shells, bruh. That's so hectic. I love Australia. Like, I can't wait to show you guys more of Australia. It just costs a lot more money to travel around here, so I'm waiting until until I'm actually earning some good coin from YouTube, then I can come back here and take you on a full road trip, tell you awesome stories about the indigenous, the megafauna that we used to have in Australia, which are basically the ancestors of our animals now, like the wombat, the kangaroo, the koala. They were monster animals. That's what the indigenous, that's what, speaker.
This is where I work. This is the ammunition storage room. It's one of the rooms. Well, and there's tunnels too that service the gun emplacements here at Fort Nepean. My mate over there, he's stacking shells. Your company sergeant major called us up for gun crew today. That means me and the boys are charged with maintaining the gun, cleaning the ammunition room and tunnels, and servicing the ammunition hoists. Today, we're testing the guns at 1900 hours, so everything must be in tip-top working order. When on gun crew duty, for safety, we change out of our uniform and into white overalls. Other safety measures like wearing rubber-soled shoes instead of our hobnailed boots. Rifles are left on the rack in the shifting lobby. Pockets are emptied of metal and matches before entering the magazines. This is to make sure we avoid any sparks of any kind. These gun emplacements can be dangerous. One spark, and there'd be an explosion so loud that even the boys in Queenscliff would see it and hear it. The small lamp area here, in the wall, is where we put our kerosene lamp. It's separated with thick glass. Any spark or flame near the cordite charges, and you'd be blown to Kingdom Come.
You get that?
Okay. Down the stairs and the level below us is the magazine where all the charge bags for the guns are kept. These are made of a mixture of cotton, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, nitroglycerin and Vaseline. All wrapped up in a silk bag. Different size charges are used depending on how far away the target is. The 6-inch Mark 7 guns can fire over 12 kilometres away. The explosive charges are stored down in the level below and are hoisted up by the lift pulley to this level where the shells and guns are.
That was that lift that we saw.
The shells are kept in here, and when they're filled, weigh 48 kilos.
48 kilos
and you'll
per
see
shell.
how the shells are carried by a trolley up the passage here to get to the gun emplacement. That's how we move. I'll be part of the gun crew that will test this gun at 1900 hours. The first time we fired one of these 6-inch Mark 7 guns, it went like Billy O.
Billy O.
I was stunned. My ears were ringing for days, and after that nearly sent me bloody deaf.
Australian slang. Billy O. Nearly sent me bloody death. That was cool. Not sure if I'll put that in. I might as well. So you get to hear what it's like. That's Australian accent, you know, like, yeah, here we are, the gun crewer, me and fucking Billy O, loading up the gunslinger, big slingshotter. Here's the big boy. This is the big one. So this is the point, you'll see it with the drone now. This shelter's cool as. Me and the big boom slanger. This fort then was used for military training. It was just a lot of like firing training practice and stuff like that. Let's jump up on, is it this one I can jump up on top of? Can't remember. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool. You guys are lucky. This is like, as I said, you know, one of the coolest forts in Australia. That's Queenscliff. Oh, sick. This is Quarantines. No way. I'll send the drone up. I'll video that for you guys. This is Quarantines. It's really rare to see this surf break actually doing well. It's called Quarantines because of the quarantine stations that are back down there. And there's boys surfing it right now. It's a hard one to get to, so usually people get dropped off back down there and they take a jet ski out all the way. So there's a dude there on a jet ski towing people in. I'll send the drone up for you. I'll get some vids of that. No way, that's epic. Bro. I was waiting for a new set of waves to come. I just got the boys then at the end. Getting some waves. 3% charge. I just got the drone home in time. because they started to paddle out way further because the waves were breaking out there. But that's sick. That's the first time I've ever videoed someone with a drone surfing. Wow, how awesome is that, huh? So some of those boys, most of them will be tradies, like carpenters, painters, and as soon as they hear that the waves are good, they just leave work and come down and surf. That's a real interesting surf break. It's where the ocean meets the bay, and it just creates these really nice waves, these really nice rights, or lefts, sorry, that way. Beautiful, huh? I've never surfed that break myself. I was never a fan of like big surf. It's not huge, but yeah, never been out there. Such a long way to get to. When I used to surf with my cousin growing up, we'd go out the back, which is like way back around there. My parents are pretty shy of the camera as well, so you've seen Dad, but Mum's like, you're not putting me in the vlog. So you won't be meeting them. All right, let's go jump in the car. Let's head to Mornington. Hopefully Josh is at work. We're gonna surprise Josh. I just saw an echidna on the side of the road, which is another really funny Australian animal. Let me show you. They're really weird. They're covered in spikes. They're all like, they're super spiky. Is this up here? They eat ants. Let me show you. They're like little ant eaters. They have like these long noses that they use to like dig like this and burrow into the ground to get ants. Hey mate. How are you, matey? See there's spikes on them? Are you chilling there, mate? You can just, they're very hard to like pet, you know? You have to go back ways like that. Oh, wow, they're sharp as. How are you, mate? You don't want to get spiked by them. Just giving you a back rub, mate. Ah, just giving you a back rub, mate. That's how they defend themselves. They tuck down into like a dome, you know, basically a shield, and nothing can get them. Have a look. Hello, hello. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. You been getting any ants? Some yummy ants? All right, mate. Have a good day, brother. See you later. How cool is that? No way. Stoked. So happy I was able to show you. Echidna. So cool, man. So cool. So I started the apprenticeship. Started working and just wanting to make money, you know. But I always knew I would do something else. I knew I would never, I just couldn't see myself. I couldn't picture myself doing construction or running a construction business when I was 30 or 40. I just couldn't see that happening at all. So I'd still keep learning. Every day I'd be learning different stuff, you know, rather than just be in construction and that's all you do. Every day listening to podcasts, every night trying to learn different things, trying different businesses, different small ideas, even different Instagram accounts. I ran another travel account called Travel Buddy. And like, so that gave me an experience of like building up social medias and growing social medias and seeing what was possible. I just taught myself how to do marketing, how to make reels, how to edit. So I saw that it was possible and I knew I could do something, but I just didn't know what. And basically, I was saving money for a house. That's the path that most people go down. They save up to buy a house or buy an investment I was saving up to buy an investment house, an investment property, which is why I did construction, so I could renovate it myself. But after just sitting down and actually doing the calculations on it, working out how much I'd make, how much I'd get back, how long it would be before I could save up enough money again to put into a business. And I actually made an offer on a house, and like, thank goodness that it didn't go through. I did an offer subject to finance approval, which I ended up getting, but I just didn't have finance lined up right at the time. Thank goodness, because with that money that I saved up for a house, that's what I decided to use for this business, which is YouTube. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of money in YouTube. Once you build up an audience, and if you develop some sort of online business, some sort of travel business, which is what I want to do, there's great money in it. And it's doing something like traveling, you know, like, it's unreal. And it's hard because you're on your own a lot, but I'm used to being by myself, so for me it's like, it's a no-brainer, you know. It works perfect for me. Everything that I did in my life has like set me up for this, which is quite cool. Even doing the Travel Buddy account, that Instagram account, which is I got it to over like 110K followers on Instagram, which it's really not that much, it's quite easy to get. But just seeing that was possible, and then learning how to do content, learning what works and what doesn't, it was all a prerequisite for what I'm doing now. And then the years in construction, knowing how to work hard, like, you gotta know how to work smart as well, how to invest your money and make your money work for you. But you know, that gave me a work ethic that no one else can compete with. Like, I will work all day, every day. No one can compete with that. So it set me up really well. And then, yeah, it was just lucky that I spoke to Liam. Actually, I remember giving Liam a call one day. I injured my back at work, which I got heaps of injuries from work. I fucked my back up at work because you can't, carpentry is very physical, so you just physically work hard, and then that's how you get money back. So I would work 7 days a week. I'd do like 60 plus hours a week easily, and then you just end up like injuring yourself eventually, and then needing time off, so you don't really get anywhere. So that made me really realize. I sat down and I was like, is this something that I can keep doing? Is this something that I even enjoy to do 7 days a week? And yeah, that was a no. I gave Liam a call. I spoke to my parents about this as well, and you know, they always want the best. Your parents always want the best for you, and like want you to take safer routes, you know. So they were a little bit hesitant about it. Dad was pretty excited for me to give it a shot, YouTube. But yeah, you know, you just got to do. You got to chase a dream that you want to do, because if you have the energy to do it, you can do it forever. Like, you don't need motivation when you have the energy to do what you want to do, you know. You don't need to be motivated, and then like, you don't have these spurts where you're motivated and then not motivated. You're just constantly doing what you want to do. So work just feels like, work doesn't feel like you're working. It feels like you're doing what you want to do. So that's the best thing that I learned about this, you know. And yeah, I called Liam one day and I was like, bro, I need your advice. Like, what do you think about me just sending it, giving YouTube a shot? And he was like, he's like, do it, just do it, like, send it, just go overseas and just send it. And it helps that I'm heavily interested in history. That comes from my dad. Like, if you guys think I know a lot about history, I know nothing compared to what my dad knows. He knows heaps about history. It's quite fascinating to talk to him about it all. So I think that's where I got my love for history from, as well as from shares. Because whenever you're investing, you look through companies, you look at what, you know, historically did well and what didn't do well. So history and all-round general knowledge you need for investing. You need to understand why this airline company share price crashed. Why is that? That's because the oil that they get from a different country, they had new rules or new regulations. Like, you got to understand things on a deeper level. But yeah, so after chatting to Liam, and he was like, just send it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna give it a shot. And up until now, it's worked all right, thank goodness. With construction, that like little bubble that you're in, you can't talk to anyone about anything else. So you eventually feel really trapped, if that makes sense to you, you know? You just feel like that's it, that's all you can do. So for me, having access to the internet, like that was life-changing for me, because I could have basically different mentors, people that I listened to online, like that did online businesses, people that had like podcasts about investing and stuff like that. That became my escape. But you can only listen to so many podcasts and read so many books, and eventually you just need to take action. You know, like you can have all that information in your head, but if you do nothing with it, it's pointless, you know? So, and we all have access to the internet. You can all learn anything for free nowadays. Like, you don't go on to college and university and stuff unless it's for a profession. Like, you have to have it for like professional levels of work, lawyer, doctor. For everything else, it's just a waste of time. Massive waste of time. You can learn everything for free online. There's online universities now you can pay money for, and you can just study at your own time while working. You get home from work and you can study. So then you don't become an indebted student. You don't get student loans, then you're in debt for ages. There's so many opportunities now with online. You just got to take advantage of it. This is like a classic, it's like a quick meal stop. When you go to a petrol station, you can get these like meat pies. It's like in the shape of a sausage roll. But it's hot. They're actually good. It's like beef, all beef mince. These are like $2, $2 Australian dollars, $3 Australian dollars. They've gone up in price, I lied. They're $5 Australian dollars. What's that? 3 USD. So still pretty cheap, but like it's like a quick snack, you know. All right, this is a stretch of road here. This is going the other way now from Jemana towards Mornington, where Josh is. This is called the Esplanade. This is another beautiful coastal road. On the motorbike, so much fun. And during summer, in here there's all these cliff jumps. So you go cliff jumping off the rocks into the ocean. It's so nice in there. It gets super busy like this. People walk along here all the time that have just come from the cliff jumps. So all down there. And then just down there, that's another little beach section with all the boat sheds. Beautiful coastline, huh? All the way. I had to turn the radio off because there's copyright music.
Get that shit out of the back there, another bit of fucking AC, so I'll put my dart there. Let's get this shit out of the back quickly.
Yeah, get it out for me.
Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. What? What the hell, bro?
How random is that, huh?
It's back. Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, we're going to Bunnings. Loading up.
Let's go.
Bunnings?
Yeah.
Bunnings is like Australia's biggest supplier of everything for tradies. So here we go.
They also have the best snags as well.
Yeah, they make, which you guys wouldn't know what snags are. Snags are like sausages. Meat, sausage, and bread. But usually only on Saturdays or weekends. Like they do it as a special. It's like $1 or $2. Yeah, you gotta do like broken English. Like
and you get tomato sauce with it as well.
Tomato sauce, onions, mustard. Is where I parked, see?
Cheeky.
I don't reckon you would have noticed. Because I was parking there, and then because Josh came back, I was like, I'm gonna have to move it. So I moved all the way up here.
Right, my body, when I saw him, I did not register it because he's been away that long. My body was like, what?
How epic is this? Having full PTSD right now. I used to come in here to get timber and load up.
Can you tell everyone like what they are on the fly? Like what are they?
What have we
are
got?
these
Merch,
on the
90 45. What is that? LVL? Oh, I don't even know anymore. There's PVC.
PVC.
I got that right.
What do we got
So
here?
this is flooring. Yellow tongue flooring. That's like the base of that's the base of the floor. That's what you use now.
Yeah.
So this is Bunnings. Not exciting for you guys, but this is funny for me. It's like a
flashback still.
yeah, full revelation. So Josh has got a better van than I do, but this is the big one. This is like the next size up.
Big deal.
It's huge. Literally 10 months ago. 10 months ago, I would have been in here with the van, picking up stuff for a job site. I would have been parked here. I used to have a trailer as well. I used to have a tool trailer. I used to load up the tool trailer with stuff, but then I swapped to the van, so I got the van now. 10 months ago, I would have been here. Wow. Now I'm here with a camera. Now I'm in Bunnings with a camera. So hectic. So hectic. This is AC sheet. This is like for your bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like compressed cement or whatever it is.
So, yeah.
See how good vans are? Look how massive this is.
Plenty of room for the bike.
Plenty of room.
Alright, so put that there. That's all I need.
Yeah?
We'll go show them.
Yeah, we'll show them Bunnings. We'll show you inside Bunnings.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is really weird walking around here with a camera, but I'm so used to it now though, holding this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good as.
Yeah, I'm probably...
This is new.
Yeah,
this is all new.
It's
Pretty much,
it's all been organised.
Yeah, fantastic. This is where you come for everything. So I'd been here all the time, picking up stuff for a new job site, getting new drill bits. Doing. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, stickers. Snags, we need some snags.
yeah, we need snags ASAP.
Nah, whatever you need, they got it.
Whatever you need, Bunnings. All right, we're gonna try and find a HSP. Everyone talks about Australian food, you know, not really having a national dish, which it doesn't, but we have the highest quality of every cuisine in the world, which is that's even more epic. Like you can get anything high quality, but Australia's national dish is meat. We got the best meat in the world. There's no debate. Australian Angus beef, steak, whatever you want, because it's all grass fed. We have like a lot of farmland and stuff.
Very clean.
Yeah, it's clean and healthy stuff. So I eat steak every day. I'll show you one later on, later tonight. But hopefully we'll show you a halal snack pack.
Garlic sauce.
Look at the chicken roasters. So this is like a standard shop.
Garlic sauce, chicken sauce.
It's like a charcoal chicken shop. I don't know if you know what charcoal chicken is, but they just specialize in meat. Look at all those chickens. Chicken. Heaps of hectic things. This is like a standard charcoal chicken. Chips, chicken, even small little things there like pasta and stuff like that. Have a look at the coals. That's cold rotisserie.
Like mix one, you want everything? Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the three. Yeah, the three triple halal snack pack. This is something when I was working at that supermarket in Jemana. Sometimes for like a treat, me and the boys would go across and get HSPs. If you're bulking, oh my god. If you're bulking doing gym, this is like the ultimate. It's not healthy, but this is like a treat. Suss this. That's off the chart, bro.
That is protein. That is.
So lamb, chicken, usually they do beef as well. But this is chicken and
There's
lamb.
chips under there.
Yeah, chicken, lamb, cheese,
Yeah, that one's
chicken salt.
cheese.
Yeah, that's
There you
mint. This is everything. And this is the trifecta sauce: chili, garlic, and barbecue. That's like the trifecta. So Josh was boring. He just got just garlic.
Chicken salt and garlic.
You like it?
Plain, but it's fucking good. That gets too sickening by the end of it.
Mm.
You've always liked that though, haven't you? I just like the chicken
It's
salt and
so
garlic.
sickening. You are right. First bite in.
And I don't do the cheese because it makes the chips all soggy. So I like having that.
This is so filthy. But this is like, I've never seen them anywhere else. I've never seen them never seen these anywhere else in the world. I reckon in Pakistan and stuff you get it, because they eat a lot of meat, but it's hectic.
This is, yeah.
It's a monster, bro.
Nicely cooked meat. These are huge.
How much was this?
Like $50.
20, yeah?
That was 42 for both.
Alright, it's 21 AUD per, that's not that bad, but that's like USD for you guys, that's like 15, 16 USD for this.
Oh yeah. Cheese.
Alright, that was epic, that went so well. Good fun, so good to see Joshy. We used to muck around on the bikes together, the motorbikes, like I said, we'd be always riding together and just causing chaos, having fun. He still rides bikes and motorbikes and all that stuff now, so whenever I come back to Oz to do like a proper road trip with the motorbikes, he'll be able to join, which would be sick as. Let's head in further into the city. I want to go and see the place where I was born, the house that I grew up in until like 3 or 4 in Oakley, which I've never been back. So you guys have seen it for the first time as well as me. Let's go have a look. Those HSPs are, whoa, they're killer. They are killer, man. But I'd never buy lunch. I would always take my own lunch to work because it's too expensive to buy lunch. So I would always meal prep. I'd meal prep and make a bunch of meals for work for the week. And I'd always take meals because like you couldn't afford on the wage that I was making. You just can't afford to buy lunch every day. It's too expensive, you know. This is further along the beach road. This is Frankston. So after around like 19, 20, when I got my first motorbike, Josh and I we'd have some of the best nights ever. We'd cruise into the city, into Melbourne, and the whole way we just go along the beach road, which is like this, with the ocean right there. We had some of the best nights ever. We'd cruise in through here, go into the city, right around the city. And Frankston, which is just in here, there's like a cinema, it's crappy, it's not that good, but sometimes we come home, we'd be coming back along this road at like 1 in the morning when there's no cars, so you can just have fun. And the cinema would still be open. And we'd stop and just watch a movie. And then just ride home at like, you know, 2, 3 in the morning. It was some of the best fun. Josh was reminding me, like, when I told him that I was leaving, I was like, I just quit my job. He was like, what? And I was like, I'm gonna go overseas and just send it with YouTube. And like, you know, when you tell people that, they're like, what? Like, that's insane. You know, and I said to him, I was like, he reminded me, he's like, I remember you saying, I'm not coming back until I make it. Like, you know, until it's actually working for me. Crazy, man. Just goes to show that you can do it. Like, if there's anything you want to do, just go and just do it, man. Just put your mind to it and just like give it 100%. Like, how can you not succeed at what you want to do? Because you just have the passion to keep trying until you get it, you know? You know, I was really thinking just before, oi, orange light, red light. I was reflecting on when I started my apprenticeship and I sort of gave up on the dream of like mountain bike riding and trying to become a like semi-pro or pro. I remember how flat I was. Like, a little piece of you inside like dies when you give up on your dream and you just forget about it and you just think that, nah, I gotta do this now. And then a few years into my apprenticeship, I lost my license for speeding in a car. Just speeding, coming back from the snow. And I lost it for a year. And then I just went down a shit, like a real flat path, you know? Like hating the job that I was doing. Lost my license, just doing like stupid. And then just drink, like every weekend, going out, just spending all my money, getting smashed, drinking. Even some days of work, we worked at this, which my family doesn't know this, so this will be news to them as well, but I just went down a bad path with drinking. like a place we worked at in McCrae, the guy always had beers in the fridge, and he's like, just help yourself whenever. And some work days at lunch I'd have a beer, and then I remember just thinking like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I'm just gonna go down a shit path. And then I just realized that I was just being stupid, like, you know, get on with it. So luckily, thank goodness, I pulled myself out of that. And also I looked at people that were in construction, because the construction field, there's a lot of people who are just like very just big drinkers. It's a very common thing on the beers every night after work. And I looked at them and I was like, do I want to be you? Absolutely not. That is the last thing I want to be ever. And I could just see myself going down that path. So I was just like, I'm going to try and be the polar opposite of that. It's a very good piece of advice. Really work out what you don't want to be. It's hard to work out what you do want to be and what you do want to do. Just sit down and work out what you don't want to do. It's an easy thing to work out. It's easy to go down those bad rabbit holes, easy, especially depending on who you're hanging around. Like the boys that always crack open beers after work. It's so easy to just go down that path. You have a drink after work and then you're tired and you're sleepy from having alcohol because it's a depressant. And then you don't want to do anything. You don't want to get home, you don't want to do gym, you don't want to learn anything more, you don't want to try and start some business online. So yeah, I cut that shit real quick, but I went down a bad path for like, you know, a year or just under a year. Yeah. You know, my biggest, like, the biggest trait with my personality that I'd say is that's helped me the most in terms of where I am now. It's all related to fitness, all of it. Like, the discipline that you get from training and pushing yourself every day to be more fit, to always stay in shape, that's worth so much money. Like, because you can't buy that and you can't get that without actually doing the hard work. And when you're physically fit, in good shape, healthy and feeling strong, you have so much self-respect for you and for yourself, and your energy levels are amazing. You have the best energy ever because your body's so healthy. And then you just you build up this discipline. It's a part of your brain that you train whenever you do something you don't like doing, like gym, working out. Especially when it's a workout you don't like doing. If you can do that every day, that trains discipline. Discipline's literally a muscle. It's a part of your brain that's in charge of discipline. Because fitness is you, it's you alone. Like, all those years that I was riding mountain bikes, like, there's no one riding a mountain bike for me. There's no one training for the race for me. And then when you win, when you like taste victory, you know that it's you that did that. It's only you. There's no one else doing it for you. So that's very impactful for, especially when you're younger. You realize that, man, like, if I want something, if I want to win or I want to achieve something, no one can do it for you. Some people takes half their lifetime for them to realize that you know, that no one's going to save them. They have to do it for themselves. So I think, yeah, growing up, just having fit parents as well was just that's a blessing. I choose fitness freak parents over billionaire parents any day. I reckon that sets you up for such a fulfilling life, you know? Because when you have money from a very young age, and you can have anything you want because people buy it for you, there's no sustenance to life. You can just get anything you want like that. Nothing has any meaning. You know, putting in effort for something doesn't mean anything. Why should you put in effort? Because you can just get everything like this, you know? And that's not how we're wired. Like, we're you know, we're still hunter-gatherers biologically. So, like, yeah, everything works better like that. Like, yeah, very, very grateful for how I grew up. That's for sure. Very grateful. If there's any advice that you take from this, it's just, man, get yourself in shape. Get yourself in shape. It's the best. It's like, it's also your biggest asset, your physical health. You know, you can have health and not have wealth, but if you have wealth and you don't have health, like, it's over, you know? Getting yourself in top physical shape is the greatest investment you can make, for sure. You see these dips in the road here already? Oh, on the motorbike, that was so much fun. You come along here and just bop. They're like little waves in the road. Woo! So much fun. All right. Just come inland, in from the ocean, like 15 minutes in this sort of, you know, little city-ish area. Except no one gives way for you in Australia. And the house that I was born is over here somewhere. We're gonna go right here. So this is called Oakley. Oakley is literally one of the biggest Greek neighborhoods in Australia. One of the biggest. Nothing fancy. One of these like small little places. Oh shit, it's on the... What side is that? It's on the right. There it is with the picket fence. This is all changed though. Wow. Yeah, this is it. It's all new and stuff now. Actually looks quite boring now, but... Oi. Yeah. This is where I grew up. This is the area. All these sort of areas. Just like inner city, outer city, just out of the main big CBD area. All the areas are just like this. And there's all these Greek shops where we used to go walking. I'd be pushed in the pram, or I'd go in the backpack with Dad, and we'd go through like all the Greek shops, and you know, they'd all come out and they'd feed me like nuts and all different Greek food and stuff when I was growing up. So that was until like the age of 3. Even the daycare places around here, because they were Greek, mostly Greek or European, so there'd always be pizza, pasta. That was always the food. That was the food that I grew up with, you know. Then as we come around the corner here, this is St. Kilda. The ocean's just there, and you can see tall buildings in the distance. That's the city. So it's such an epic ride on the motorbikes. Brother's having a snooze. And then this is Luna Park. We have like this really small amusement park. St. Kilda. Just in there. And there's all these electric scooters and stuff around here that you can rent. You just scan them and like enter the barcode and pay like, you know, $10 for 24 hours, and you can use these electric scooters that are here. So any weekends that I wasn't working, or even after I finished work on a weekend on a Saturday, after I finished working on one of my jobs, I'd come in here, and Liam, my other bro Liam, you guys have met him in the Thailand videos, he had an apartment up in here, and I'd come up in here and we'd go ride around and have fun all through the city on those electric scooters. So much fun. We'd just go explore the whole city. It used to be epic as, and then I'd drive home Sunday morning and then go back to another job and work. There's the ocean. It's got a hectic gate. There you go. Oh, I've changed it all around. I need to work out where I'm going. I need to get a park here somewhere. And then we got to look for a scooter. There was a park. Anywhere here. Alright, let's ouch. I got the big smoke kit on. Watch out. The fur shoes. Watch out. So this is yeah, this is all St. Kilda area. It's super windy today. Beach is choppy as. And the port, Melbourne port's at the very end over here. Ah, there's a scooter here. Try to get on one of these. The port's all the way at the end. You can see it right there. All the ships, the cargo ships come in and out and unload and stuff like that. This has all changed since I've been here. This is all of this is new. This car park area is new, everything. I haven't seen any of this. Yadom. These are the things that we'd fang around on. These lime scooters. Let me see. I got myself a pass. Let's see how all this works. This has gotten so much more expensive. 180 minutes. We used to get like a 24-hour pass for like $15. 180 minutes now is $35. So much different. Let me try this. And you scan the QR code. 180 minutes then. Who knows how this works now? Sounds like we're on. Nice. Oh, we should be on. Hectic. Bro, they zap. They fang around, so you need 2 hands. But I don't have 2 hands. Let's go, bruh. Woo. Back in the big smoke. I swear they were way faster back in the day. No way. Some of these are bodgy as though, you get real bodgy ones. There's another one here. You just have to switch them out all the time. What is that? Not sure. All right, let's head down the path. Further into someone's trying to call me. Further into St Kilda, there's a my favorite Italian restaurant. We'll go check it out. I used to always go there with Liam. It's so bodgy, riding like this, bro. I think this is front brake too. This one's cooked. I need to find one and switch it out. There's a Ferris wheel here now. What is going on? It's all changed. There's all kite surfers down there because of the wind. Full hectic. These are so bodgy now. I'm doing like 10 k's an hour. They used to hook. We used to be able to do wheelies and stuff on them. So they've obviously nerfed them. They've made them super slow. So I paid for the 180 minutes, 35 bucks, but we're just gonna go to this we'll go to this Italian restaurant. It opens at 5, so in like 15-20 minutes I'll show you that. We'll go back to the car and then we'll go cruise through the city in the van, and I'll show you what some of the city looks like. It's really not that interesting, to be honest with you. We'd go all through the whole city. We'd go like through those multi-story car parks. We'd try and get the security to chase us in, like, you know, some of the housing estates. It used to be so much fun. But not anymore, bro. These are so slow. Too slow. There's a good view. But yeah, it's super windy, as you can see, eh? This is the restaurant here. We'd cruise up here, and then this was our pit stop. Liam and I would stop here. This beautiful restaurant, Italian restaurant. So nice. Right there on the corner. Such a nice building. This place. So sick. Such a mint building. And you think, being like right on the water, right on the ocean front, you think it'd be super expensive, but it's actually pretty good prices. It's not too bad at all. I think they're open. They've just opened 5 PM, so we should be lucky. Thank you. Yeah, how sick, huh? It's such a nice building. Is there upstairs?
It's apartments.
It's apartments. Oh, well, okay. So like private residence.
Private residence.
Yeah, right. That'd be mega rise up there, huh? Yeah, this is like beachfront restaurant in St Kilda. It's getting closer down to the Port Melbourne end, but mint place, man. So nice. I'll give Liam a call. I'll FaceTime Liam and be like, do you remember where I am? They've changed it, lad. It's all vegan food now. No, I'm joking. It's there's no carbonara. The carbonara is gone. Big arrivederci carbonara. There's only and then the fritto misto is called misto di mare. It's basically the same thing, but I got a cappuccinos. It's gonna be nice. Say g'day to the vlog.
What's going on, vlog?
This is where we used to come. This was like the Lime scooter spot. And the scooters are bad now. They've nerfed them. They're like they're like a quarter of the speed.
Oh no.
It's all
no,
downhill.
Like no speed at all.
Yeah, like no speed.
Like when they used to get restricted.
Yeah, it's like restricted speed everywhere. Melbourne's gone. Like it's down.
No.
It's down. So it's time to leave. Hey, check this out. This is the good thing with Oz and like Melbourne. Look at these like top quality prawns, lobster, calamarios, and it's beautiful quality as well. That's the cool thing with Oz. Like everyone says Australia doesn't have like national dishes and stuff, but we just have top quality of everything basically. It's very European. Look at that, soft calamari, beautiful. Lobster, look at that. I need two hands for this. I can wheelie just about anything with two wheels. I can do wheelies on. So fun. Woo! That was only sparkling water, cappuccino, fritto misto, 50 Australian dollars. Not bad. Good food too. And good coffee. Wow. Melbourne coffee's so good, bro. So good. Oh yeah. How's these houses along here? They're so hectic. So hectic, huh? St Kilda ocean front. All right, let's head into the botanical garden area. About 15 minutes away. Let's go check it out. If you're a tourist driving here, watch out when you turn across the tram tracks because there might be a tram coming. These streets are pretty nice, eh? Pretty schmicko. Pretty schmick. Nice botanical garden area. This is, oh, there we go. Wow, look at that. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's beautiful. This is like pretty central-ish of the city of Melbourne. This is the Shrine of Remembrance for all the Australians who served in wars, all wars really. Well, what do we got? World War I, World War II. We've got Malayan emergency, Indonesian, Afghanistan, Korean. This is not in the right order. Gulf War. So this is this beautiful, massive shrine of remembrance built here, and these beautiful botanical gardens. It's really nice. It's a gorgeous part of the city. Probably my favorite part. Liam reminded me of it just then when I FaceTimed him. You can see everything from here. You got the Eureka Sky Deck, which was like our tallest building in Melbourne. It's nice as. It's a good spot for a run. You can go for a run around all this area. How beautiful are these garden areas and stuff. I didn't actually realize I could park straight down there. I was able to park right at the bottom. Such a beautiful building, huh? It's obviously, it's closed now. I think they close at 5 PM. Hectic. Let's walk around the side, see what sort of view we've got the other way. Beautiful area, huh? There we go. Beautiful view this way. Melbourne City, baby. So clean and spacious. Different from where I've just been, isn't it? Super open. No crowds. That's gorgeous. I can get you a good overview if we go up. That's the Eureka. If we go up the Eureka sky deck, but I'm not going to head up there right now. I've been up there many times, and they charge you a decent amount just to go up to the viewing platform at the top. How beautiful is this? Gorgeous view. Not sure what this street's called, like Park Street or something? I forget. How good. There's all like there's like a whole education center under here, underneath and inside this building, this complex that gives you information about all our wars. So sick. Such a beautiful view, huh? Good spot anywhere for a thumbnail. Just thumbnail worthy. Let me see. Looks like something from Rome, eh? You hear that? No beeping. No beeping noises. Wow. This is in the city, right? This is like, this is the heart of the city, man. And it's beautiful. That's such a nice view this way. What a gorgeous shrine. I love that. All right, well, that's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful areas of the city view. So that's it for the city. Time to cruise home, back along the coast. I've got to get fuel, and then I'll do gym at home, my parents' place. I'll do gym there, and then cook up a steak. I'll show you my little gym area. A lot of people ask me how what gym I did, what training I did. You'll be surprised with what I actually use for gym. So I'll show you that when we get back, and then I'll cook up a Angus beef steak. Wow. That was my daily routine. Work, get home, train, gym, do some online stuff, and then steak. So let's go. Just in here, all this beautiful park area in here. There's a big lake in there as well. That's the F1 track, Albert Park, Formula 1 track. It's sick as. But you can't see it right now, sorry. There's so much fun in there. It's a normal road, it's like part of the road. Actually, we might be able to drive it. It might be closed, but I don't know. You can drive the F1 circuit, but there's all cameras and shit, so you can't speed, obviously. But that's it in there. There's also a golf course. And this is where I did gym. This is like under the house, a cellar. It's basically a wine cellar. My dad's got like a little wine collection. I've got all my tools here now from the carpentry days. This is where I did gym. Never really used that many weights, like free weights. I would just do body weight exercises. Chin up bar, weight vest. I'd wear this. This goes up to like 20 kilos. And a lot of people ask me what I did for gym, so you're seeing it right now. Chin up bar, and like every night I'll just do 100 like sets of 20 or sets of 10, just depending on how I was feeling, until I got to 100 or more. And then the exact same thing with push-ups, but with the push-ups I would wear the weight vest. This is it, bro. So many people make excuses like, I can't afford a gym, I don't go to gym, I don't have space. Bruh, either did I, man. This was literally the spot. This is the spot I have. Mum and Dad collect, my parents collect the rubbish from the beach. This is all like sandy. All the dickheads that leave stuff on the beach, they collect them and then recycle them. So you get like, what, 10 cents or 5 cents per bottle. So W parents, that's where I get my ocean loving and cleanliness, my hate of rubbish from. See, you can get in great shape. You can get in excellent shape from bodyweight stuff. Do bodyweight squats. Get yourself a weight vest if you can. Chin-ups, push-ups. Just do for 100 of each every night. So many people make excuses. No more excuses, bruh. This is Australian Angus beef steak. This was my daily routine. I have this every day. Well, when I lived here, you know. And for security reasons, I'm not showing you my parents' house because they still live here. But that's the steak. I'm just preparing it. Got some of this stuff like barbecue rub. It's nothing amazing. It's just like a mixture, like chili powder, paprika, pepper, salt, and chilies, minced garlic. It's just like a mixture of stuff, you know, a good mixture. So I give the steak a bit of a season. Sometimes I just do salt and pepper, just depends, but beautiful steak. I'd buy one of these. I'd buy like a big piece, this huge chunk that I could cut up into about 8 massive steaks. I'd buy one of them a week, and it was like $70 a week, 70 or 80 Australian a week, and that'd be a steak every single day for me. And that's the video coming to a completion. What a day. I've taken you guys everywhere, all the way to the end of the peninsula, to all the way to Melbourne, through the city. So I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different than usual. Bit of a special bonus video. But thank you very much for 50,000 subs. Hectic as. Thank you very much. Without your help, I wouldn't have obviously made it here. I would kiss you if I could, but that obviously doesn't work. And there's 50,000 of you now, so I'd probably get some disease, or I'd give you disease. PTSD, post-traumatic Down syndrome, you might get off me. And remember, if you're having a bad day today, realistically, tomorrow can only be better. And if it's not better, that means you probably died. But you aren't dead now, so get on with it. You'll be okay. Just keep going. I believe in you. See you back in India. Thanks for the love. Peace out.